binoculars and welcome back to Viva Barca. Welcome to another interesting episode where we are going to be discussing on the latest transfer stories. We start with Ivan Fresneda, as it has been reported that Arsenal have strongly entered the race for Ivan Fresneda, that the Premier League giants have reactivated interest in the 18-year-old Barca target and contacts have already been made. We are going to be discussing on that as we progress. Then secondly, talking about Illay Gundogan, who have already been signed since last month, as it has been reported now that the Barcelona's new marquee signing is to be seen in a garnet and blue shirt on July 18. We are also going to be discussing more on that. So guys, as we get right into the stories in much detail, please do ensure to subscribe to the channel. If you haven't, turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Consider liking the video and please watch it right up to the very end. Barcelona have narrowed in on Real Valladolid young star Ivan Fresneda as their preferred target to reinforce the right-back position this summer. However, the La Liga champions are set to face some very serious competition in the pursuit of the 18-year-old. Earlier this week, reports emerged claiming that Real Madrid had approached Fresneda's entourage to test the waters about a possible transfer. Now, as per Gabriel Sanz of Mundo Deportivo, Premier League giants Arsenal have also reactivated their interest in Ivan Fresneda, and they have already established contacts to explore the possibility of a move. Arsenal are in the market for a new right back, and they have identified the same targets as Barcelona, João Cancelo of Manchester City, and now Valladolid's Fresneda. The Gunners' interest in the latter had gone quiet of late, but as per the report, they have now rekindled their pursuit of the Spanish under-19 international. The report claims that Arsenal manager Mikel Arteta admires Fresneda's talents, while the youngster fits in well with the club's economic parameters, making him an attractive prospect. Barcelona too hold a strong interest in Fresneda and have held talks with his agents on multiple occasions already. The 18-year-old's release clause has dropped down to 20 million euros after Valladolid's relegation last season, but the Catalans cannot offer much more than 10 million as things stand. So, if Arsenal would be willing to match the release clause, they might have the edge on the Blaugrana in the race. However, reports have suggested that the 18-year-old is keen on joining Barcelona and willing to wait for the club. Apart from the aforementioned clubs, even AC Milan are also interested in Fresneda and have had negotiations with his agent Fali Ramadani. With so much interest in the 18-year-old, Barca must act swiftly in their pursuit, although their financial situation prohibits them from doing so, complicating matters quite a lot. Our financial complications have really reached a level where I think it is irritating because the transfer window is already going on, but Barca are just so slow in acquiring their desired targets. And we can see how some clubs have already started overtaking Barcelona in certain players. And I just hope that it shouldn't turn out to be a disastrous window for us. Of course, last summer, when it was, I think many fans describe as one of the best summers that they have experienced as Barca fans, when Lewandowski, Koundé, Rafinha, Christensen, top players came in. Of course, after Laporta activated the economic levers, which really helped the club. This season, or this summer, let me say it that way, have been quite different. A big contrast, because Barca, from the look of things, aren't allowed to activate or sell any shares or activate levers again like they did last time out. So there have been a lot of problems. Everything is just being tight. The finances are very tight. Barca have just signed 2 players officially, and they are still to announce players like Vitor Roque to be the third. But so far they have announced just 2, and those 2 players, guess what? They are still not registered. So there's still a lot of problems that need to be solved. A lot of issues need to be sorted out for this club to get on their feet. Because as a Barca fan, it pains me to see what is happening. Losing out on some quality players like Ada Güler last week to nobody else than our arch rivals Real Madrid was so painful. a talented player like that have lost from our side, all because Barca couldn't pay 17.5 million, which I think is a little bit disgraceful for a club that just are from winning La Liga or from winning the league title, but they can still buy a player worth 17.5. Of course, we know Vitor Roque is a player that Barca have been long linked with, and I can tell you that Barca have been banking in on the player. They've been budgeting on getting the player by all means, because they never wanted to make the error, the blunder that they did with Hendrik of Palmeiras last year when Real Madrid succeeded in him. That's why Barca had to do all that they can in their power to ensure that Vitor Roque becomes a Barca player. But let's talk about the players right now to strengthen the team. Barca have been sluggish. The right back position, nobody have come there. The DM, nothing. Everything is just stand still. And it kind of makes me wonder what's going on. It's really worrisome, and I think hopefully things should be better. And of course, we still have about a month or so for this transfer window, and Barca should not be too relaxed that there's a lot of time, because things might just surprise us. Then moving on to the final story of discussion, Illay Gundogan's move to Barca will go down as one of the ongoing summer transfer window's best deals. After all, the German midfielder was the captain of Pep Guardiola's treble-winning Manchester City, and his signing did not cost the Blaugrana a penny in transfer fees. With Pedro Gonzalez, Gavi, Frenkie de Jong, and now Gundogan under his command, Xavi Hernandez has no shortage of midfield options heading into the new season. The Catalans are set to return to training tomorrow, but not all the players will return from day one. According to a report from Javi Miguel, Gundogan will be seen in the Garden and Blue colors for the first time only on the 18th of July. After all, he is coming off a hectic end of the 2022-23 season. The German international played all 90 minutes of Manchester City's Champions League final against Inter Milan on the 10th of June and immediately joined the German national team for the international break. Gundogan even played 79 minutes of Germany's game against Colombia and thus concluded his season only on the 20th of June. It is only fair that he receive at least a month-long hiatus before he returns to action. The 32-year-old's presentation at Catalonia may be delayed, but he is still expected to be a part of the pre-season campaign later this month. Barcelona only play their first game in the United States of America on the 22nd of this month, giving him sufficient time to gel into his new team. Earlier this month, Gundogan opened up about dream of playing for Barca. Of course, he said, if I was going to move, there is only one club in the world, and that made sense. It was Barca or nothing. Ever since I was a little kid, I dreamt of wearing that shirt someday. So guys, with that, we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, bye bye.